Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we've got something strange for you, so if you're into traditional 40k games you better turn off your telly, because we've got a rogue trader at the utmost rim or edge of the galaxy he's got a retinue following him, and he's trying to get some squigs for research, but as you might guess, the orcs are not keen on allowing him to get his hands onto their pet animals. And there's another force nearby nobody
is aware of. Okay, hope you enjoy the upcoming battle.
Okay, these are my exactly 351 points of orcs, excluding the squigs. We plan to do 400 points, but at the moment I don't have more than these orc units painted, and therefore we didn't stick to the normal squad restrictions, like having to take at least 10 Gretchen or 5 Corps or stuff like that. Okay, so the army is not commanded, but the army's most potent character is the commando captain at the bottom at the left side, and he's got a bolt pistol, really traditional, and a power axe and heavy armor and a displacer field. I've got one mechanic with bolt pistol, sword and plasma pistol, and he's got a flamer as well, and he's got telescopic legs, and there's only one more character, a runtard, with bolt pistol and power sword, flamer, crack and mighty meta bombs, and a 4+ heavy armor as well as the mechanic. They are accompanied by 6 Gretchen with auto pistol and knife, wearing flag armor. I've got 3 blood eggs with bolt pistol, axe and power sword, flag armor as well, and frag grenades. Then we've got only 3 goth boys with bolt pistol and axe and frag grenades or frag stick bombs and flag armor, and at the end we've got 4 storm boys with bolt pistol, axe and swords. So this is the regular 351 point force, and we've included 3 squigs. I don't like the right one very much. I call it the leggy squig. I used the Gretchen assistant characteristics for all of them, but this one has +2 on its movement after doubling for running or charging. And the spider squig has the Gretchen assistant characteristic but ignores terrain, whereas the last one is a bodyguard squig, Gretchen assistant characteristics, but this one is frenzied.
Oh.
And these are my 351 points.
Okay, welcome to the hunt. The rogue trader and crew is hunting for a squig, or for squigs, to have maybe a squig burger at the night. So the small army of 351 points is led by a rogue trader, which is a model from the Blackstone Fortress. So it's rather a new model, and we use the rules from the Black Codex as an inquisitor. He's leading obviously the rogue trader crew, and he's equipped with a power sword and plasma pistol, and has digital lasers and a displacer field to give him some kind of protection. Furthermore, from the Blackstone Fortress as well as the navigator, we use the rules for an Imperial Preacher, also from the Black Codex, and he's carrying not a stick but a melter gun. Furthermore, we have one member of the squads joining the the rogue trader force. He has a flamer, and I think the rules are also from the Black codex, of course, because there was no squad codex in second edition. Then next is an Elder Scout with a needle sniper rifle, as well as the Ratling, who carries also a needle sniper rifle.
Correct, when you paint it.
Yeah, between them is a crewman.
I used a Fearless Mini painted back then at university.
We used Imperial Guard characteristics for this model, and he's wielding my only heavy weapon, a heavy bolter. Then in the front rank we have 4 additional models joining the Rogue Trader. On this side, starting with a Servitor, using the rules from the Codex Angels of Death. Then we have the pilot, of course. We use the rules from Commissar from the Imperial Guard Codex. And the last 2 members are quite human members of the Rogue Trader squad. It's a Beastman. It's a rather newer model from the, I think it was some kind of kill team for the Beastman. But it's really a nice modeling with the hazard stripes on his chainsword.
And the 8-pointed star is just a kind of souvenir from a opponent or enemy.
And last but not least, some tough guy is also joining the Rogue Trader. It's of course an Okrin with a Reaper autocannon. Okay, hopefully these 10 guys will suffice to kill not only the orcs but to successfully hunt down the squigs.
As you can see, it's still our desert terrain we like very much, and we wanted to use it once more after our glorious Imperial Guard versus Tyranids game. Okay, both forces have already been deployed.
Yeah, and there are of course some special rules which Marcus decided for this special scenario. So both forces have been deployed. We just explained what they are and what for war gear they carry. So we skip this in this moment. And the first agreement for the battle is that the Imperials have the first turn, and they can move individually, so they don't have to maintain squad coherency throughout the battle. The 3 squigs are at the moment positioned rather in the center of the battlefield, and they move randomly 1d6, and then we roll a scatter dice in order to determine the
direction they are facing.
Yeah, exactly. And if they see Imperials, from then on they are controlled by the Orc player. If the Orcs or Imperials are within 15 inches of this strange pyramid beneath the sand of the desert world, maybe you can guess what will happen. Of course, Necrons will appear. We agreed on D3 Necrons, but to make it a little bit more interesting, we have to roll each turn to see which side controls the Necrons. So they will either fight against the Imperials and maybe next turn against the Orcs. So it's maybe a little bit fun and distraction in the battle. In order to capture a squig, which is my mission objective, I have to win a close combat against it. Then it's captured by the appropriate model, and then it's not only the capture of the squigs which is crucial, but also the get away from the planet surface, and therefore there is a spaceship, an Inquisitor spaceship, at the moment located in the deployment zone of the Orcs, and only 3 characters are able to fly.
What's this?
To fly the spacecraft. That's the Rogue Trader himself. So this model, the pilot, and the navigator. And in order to win the battle for the Imperials, one of these has to reach the shuttle with at least one squig, and if I succeed in doing this, the Imperials win. In all other circumstances, the Orcs will triumph and deny the Imperials their lunch from the squig burgers. Okay, I think we can start with the Imperials turn 1. Okay, that's the end of the first turn of the Imperials. Basically, the whole army rushed towards the position of the squigs in order to capture them, except my crewman with the heavy bolter, who went on overwatch in order to maybe shoot some orcs if they appear. And I tried to get behind cover behind the pyramid in order that the squigs hopefully don't see me too soon, so I can get closer to them to capture them. My two guys with the needle sniper rifles moved also 4 inches to the edge of the hill in order to close the distance, because I think they have only 32 inches of range with the needle rifles, so they have to get a little bit closer to the enemy, so the elder and the rattling sniper are now in a good position. Yeah, that's the end of my first turn.
Okay, this is the beginning, the very beginning of my first turn. So first of all, I don't have any influence on the squigs' movement yet, because they haven't seen the Imperials. For the left one, moves randomly 2 inches over there, and now another dice for the direction it faces. Yeah. Can't see any Imperials. For the next one in the middle, 5 inches. Okay. And let's see.
Oh,
yeah. Still, you might capture it if you're fast.
And the spider squig.
Spider squig, which is probably more intelligent. So it's towards. Yeah. And let's see. Over there.
Okay.
Okay, they're still strolling around.
Unaware of the danger approaching behind the pyramid.
If they saw the beast man, the servitor and the ogrin, which causes fear, inbound, they probably leg it. Okay, and my regular guys, I think he'll remain over there. He's been using his infiltration rules. I think I'll put him on Overwatch.
Maybe we skip the movement phase and show the result after your movement.
Yeah. So we'll be back at the end of my first turn. Okay, he decided to go on Overwatch. They just remained where they are. Going on Overwatch would be futile because their bolt pistol's range is too short. They emerged towards the waiting heavy bolter over there, and they climbed 1 level in order to get closer. The mechanic, the telescopic legs, moved over there, and they went on Overwatch as well. And that's the end of my first turn. Okay, and now even in the beginning of the glorious campaign there were certain problems. At the beginning of the second turn we noticed that already the first models were within 15 inches of the pyramid. So we rolled d3 and rolled a 5, so 3 Necron emerged. We rolled another d4 to see where, at which side of the pyramid they appeared. And they appeared over there. And we did another roll on 1, 2, 3. Alex would have been allowed to control the Necrons, but we rolled higher. So this time I'm allowed to direct them, and I'll have them move 4 inches over there. Whoop.
So ancient evil has risen from the tombs.
And they'll target those over there.
Okay. They have Gauss flares. That's the only weapon they have. The Necron soldiers have a base skill of 4, meaning they will hit on 3s.
But your scout has got Camilio line. Does he have to be in cover for it to give a -1? Okay, 2 shots on the rattling.
Okay, 4 on
3
3
plus.
plus. Both hit.
Strength toughness probably 2 plus.
It's 4 versus 2.
Yeah.
Okay, then he's killed.
He's gone. He's only got flag armor, I think, and the gas flare is probably -2.
-2 save modifier.
-2, okay. And 1 on 4 plus on your... No.
Oh, okay, then this.
So the first one of your crew has died a horrible death and will have to be replaced.
And next turn we determine which player controls the Necrons.
Yeah.
So they can switch sides.
And the Necrons always go first because of
According to
their
their
unique
rules.
talent. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the end of the Necrons, and Alex will be next in round 2.
Okay, that's the end of the movement phase of the Rogue Trader retinue. My crew member carrying the heavy bolter remained on Overwatch. The rest of the crew rushed towards the squigs in order to capture them as soon as possible. My Ocrin only moved 5 inches towards the Necrons, and now it's a really good situation because he's within 6 inches of the first 2 Necrons, which means he hits automatically with his Reaper Cannon. Because if you are within 6 inches, then you normally receive -1 hit modifier, so that's really difficult to hit them in shooting if you're in close range. But due to his always hits, he has 2% fire. Unfortunately, the weapon has no save modifier, so it will be quite tough to really kill the Necron.
What if you roll 2 3s, 6 hits?
And my Ranger will hit on 3s because he's within 16 inches with his needle sniper rifle.
Yeah. It's got a laser to harm those who won't suffer from the poison.
Okay. Let's shoot with the Ranger on 3 plus. He hits. That don't have to roll a strength toughness roll.
So I've got my 2 plus armor save modified at
-1.
so it's 3 plus.
Yeah. It's saved. Then the Ocrin will hit
Auto hits.
twice. Strength 4
Versus toughness
versus
5 is on 5.
5 plus. That's really tough. Oh, 2 wounds.
2 different ones.
Yeah. Then you have 2
Okay.
2 plus armor saves.
2 plus for the first one, 2 plus for the second one. Yeah.
Really hard to kill. But maybe I will control the next turn. Otherwise, it may be the end of the Rogue Trader. Okay, yeah, that's the end of my movement phase. Let's see if I can catch some squigs in the next turn.
Okay, and that's already the end of the Orc's turn. In the beginning, as you know, we did
the squigs,
and they just randomly, like creatures suffering from stupidity, moved in a random direction, and we rolled a second time in order to see where they'd face. This is the result of the first one. The second one, wow, is now right in front of the Beastman and facing the wrong direction, and even the spider is facing the wrong direction.
But this one
This
faces
one might,
the Elder Ranger.
but I think
so next turn you're able to control this squig by yourself.
if it survives.
Yeah, why shouldn't it survive?
And my other units remained where they were. Still 2 units on Overwatch, although they're probably out of range, and the others can't move because they'd be targeted by the heavy bolter. And that's the end of my second turn. Okay, we are back at the beginning of the third turn, and as there are still models within 15 inches of the Necron pyramid, another dice had to be rolled, but this time only 1 Necron emerged. We rolled for the side of the pyramid and rolled there. And we did another 2 dice rolls in order to see who commands them.
Surprise,
and
surprise.
I was lucky. Yeah.
Both Necron squads are controlled by Marcus. He moved
Okay.
them already a little bit and is now ready to shoot at the Rogue Trader company.
This one will try to kill the weak mechanical flesh of the servitor.
Okay, will hit on 2+ because of the short distance.
Yep, I rolled a 6 and its strength probably 5 versus toughness 3 or 4. Let's just roll and see. 1 is not enough, so your servitor survives. And you would have had a 5+ roll because of the mechanized body. And now we've got 2 of them facing in the direction of the Ogrin. Because of the short range, they'll probably hit on 2s. One of them hit, the other one only rolled a 1. Strength 5 versus your toughness 5 probably.
No, strength 4.
I've got strength 4. Okay. Against your toughness 5.
It's 5+ to wound.
On 5s. Yep.
Yeah.
And how many wounds do I cause?
1 wound.
Okay.
So
It's
the
at minus somewhat,
got
but
1 wound.
I think your Ogrin has got mesh armor, which
Yeah, but
is...
it's -2.
Okay. And we'll put a wound marker right next to the Ogrin. Yep, here it is. And then the other one, because of Camilla line on 4s in the long range, no.
Okay. That was the movement phase of the Necrons, and now the Imperial Guard. Not the Imperial Guard, the
Rogue
Imperial
Trader
Agents,
Yeah.
Rogue Trader
are next.
crew is next, yeah. Okay, guys. Time to capture a squig this turn. My Ogrin charged into the 2 Necroners. I think
brave
it's the best chance of him to harm them because the Reaper Autocan, as you have seen with no save modifier, it's really hard to wound them.
On the other hand, it's not brave for him, it's just playing.
Yeah, but because he will strike with his normal strength value, it's not bad because he has 5, so I think the best chance to wipe them out and crumble them back to their grave. My Beastman charged the first squig in order to capture him, whereas my squad with the flame and the navigator with the melter gun tried to evaporate the other Necron squad. My crewman remained on Overwatch with his heavy bolter to cover the retreat of my Rogue Trader once they hopefully captured this squig. Okay, starting with shooting with my Ranger. Shoots at the Necroners, hitting on 3s. No. And hitting with the melter gun because of the short range, he will hit on 2+. Yeah, he hits.
That's a great weapon against Necrons.
Strength 8 versus 5 is 2+ to wound.
Yep. And I think he's gone.
So
The melter has... I'm sure.
No, I think it's still... It's a -4, so it's a 6 up armor save even
Okay.
against the melter gun. Okay, he's down, but not dead yet.
Yeah.
So
But at least disabled.
we have to roll if he'll be back. So I can't use my flamer. Okay, then I think this was the end of movement and shooting phase. So
Close
let's
combat?
start with the close combat phase, maybe with the
Looking forward to
Ogrin.
this one.
He has 2 attacks and a weapon skill of 4.
Yeah.
So the first Necron, he's 5
Wow.
plus 4 is 9, charging 10. You have a weapon skill of 4 plus 3, 7. I got 10, so 3 hits. Strength 5 versus toughness 5 is 4 plus 2 wound. So 2
of them.
wounds with -2. So it's 2 times a 4 plus armor save. Yeah, you survived.
Okay.
Then the next Necron, it's 6 plus 4 is 10, charging 11.
My weapon skill is 5.
4.
4. So it's 9. Second one being
10.
attacked is 10.
So 1 hit, 4 plus to wound. No.
No.
The Necrons are really tough opponents.
I think even the 4 different kinds of units were enough to win many battles in second edition against the other
Really
races.
incredible.
Okay.
Okay. Then the Beastman fights against the Squig.
Okay, but am I frenzied yet? because you,
No, I think his
you
defense
chose
is
the
quicker. I think
attack
he
squig,
wants to
the guard squig.
he wants to deny his
bodyguard
own
squig.
capture, so of course his friends hit. Okay, I've got 2 attacks with weapon skill 4.
Okay.
It's 5 plus 4 is 9, charging 10.
And you get to, oh, it's an
11,
unlucky
12.
one. You got it from the side or from the rear. Yeah. So I probably
he's quite
only have got
surprised.
3. I think you have knocked it out.
Okay, I've captured it, so we let him
No varnish has been
base to
applied
base
yet.
contact with the beastman in order to show his new pet. And now
And
the
that's enough
only
for you to
thing
win.
I have
If
to
you get
do
this
is
one
get to the airport, to the
towards
shuttle, to leave the
to
planet for
safety.
good. But I think there are some greenskins lurking nearby, so let's see, and especially let's see what happens with the Necrons.
But you can lose most of your force. Unfortunately, we are not playing Blood Bowl yet, otherwise you could throw this one towards the waiting navigator or pilot or rope trader.
And he has sure hands because of his tentacles. He will capture this quick for sure. Okay, then on to the turn of the greenskins.
Yep. Okay, and in the orcs' third turn, we did the squigs first. He had already seen the enemy and therefore used his 8 inches plus 2 for the long legs to get away. It's too much for him to get away from the Necrons and the Ogrin.
Feared.
This one, the spider, is still oblivious of the fact
What's going on?
still facing the wrong direction, whereas this has already been knocked out and put into the rucksack of the beastman. Okay, all of the others remained where they were, only they went on Overwatch as well, but are still out of range. And that's the end of my third turn.
Okay, it's again Necron time. So my forces are still within this strange pyramid, causing 2 more Necrons to appear. Unfortunately, they were controlled by Marcus, so they charged deliberately into the Beastman, whereas the knocked down Necrons still remained in the sand for now. And you can't believe it, but those 3 Necrons, I was able to control them, and I ran with them 8 inches towards the squigs and the
That's a great move. Blood X.
Blood X commandos,
So,
because
you've cleared the path for your own models.
and if I control them next turn maybe once more, I can maybe flank the enemy. And if Marcus controls them, they have a little distance to cover to get in reach to me once more. So, but unfortunately Marcus charged my Beastman, and we are now doing the close combat in the Necron phase. So I've got 2 attacks. So
Cool.
6 and 2, that's 6 and 4 is 10. And you got 6, charging 7.
Yeah.
So I got 3 attacks, but only with... I have to check the natural strength of the Beastman, because he can't use the strength of his chainsaw.
Probably strength 3 or 4, I'd say.
But he only has a strength of 3.
Oh, that's bad. Then it's
That's
6 plus probably 3
3
on 3
versus
is 4
5.
on 4 is
6
5.
plus 2 wound. He has a toughness of 4, but only a strength of 3. Okay, so wounding on 6s, 1 wound.
Mm-hmm.
But with no save modifier, there's a 2 plus armor save.
Yeah.
It's incredibly resilient, those Necrons. Okay, then your second attacker. I got 5 plus 4 is 9. 10. And you got 6, charging 7, second attacker 8.
Yeah.
And I got 10, so 2 hits, but wounding only on 6s. Nope.
Yeah, they're simply too tough.
Okay,
Second edition. Yeah.
then I start my movement phase.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the end of the movement phase. The whole quote-unquote army ran towards the shuttle, except the Ogrin, who successfully charged into one of the Necrons to help the Beastman fighting against the Necron Horde, and my Elder Ranger went on Overwatch, probably to shoot at the Orc commandos if they dare to get their heads upon the hill over there.
Yeah, he'll be successful because of the longer range. 32 is great.
Oh.
If
Okay.
I got bull pistols.
Maybe let's start with the Okryn first.
Yeah.
He has 2 attacks. Weapon skill of 4. Oh, that's good. That's 10, charging 11.
And I've got 1. I've got 6 plus 4 is 10.
So only 1 hit.
But strength
Strength
5.
versus toughness 5. 4 plus 2 wound. Yeah, it's wounded.
And it's minus 2.
2. So it's 4 up armor save.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
1 is down. This might be enough.
And then I can fight with the Beastman.
Yeah.
So it's 6 plus 4 is 10.
But I've got only 1 dice because it's the first close combat for this one.
It's 10, you got 8, so 2 hits, but only unfortunately wounding on 6s. Okay, but the Okryn
Can move on. Yeah.
this makes a follow-up move to the second Necron. Maybe I'm controlling it next time, but
5 new ones might emerge, or the other ones rise again. Yeah, they're too tough.
okay, that's the end of my 4th turn already. But after all, it doesn't look so bad. The rattling is down, but I have already captured the crucial squig, and I'm approaching the escape shuttle. But I think there are many orcs with flamers and so on. So
Yeah. But
it
you've got
remains very interesting.
your most important characters left.
Okay, then on to the greenskins.
And we've already done the movement of my 4th turn. As you can see, some people have emerged from cover. The infiltrated Blood Axe Commando Captain moved closer towards the enemy in order to use his bolt pistol. He couldn't stand it, couldn't remain and keep his feet still in cover any longer. He'll try and shoot the tech priest, whereas these will use the bolt pistols onto the Necrons before they are probably controlled by Alex and will flank march my entire army. And the second squig still counting flowers or counting pieces of sand facing the wrong direction, whereas this one is already heading back to Grandpa.
Okay, on to the shooting. We want to start with the Blood Axe.
Let's start over there. Bolt pistol to hit, let's say on a 2. The servitor, yep, I hit this one.
Strength 4 versus toughness 4 is a 4 plus 2 wound. Yeah.
Yep, but this one has a mechanized body and therefore...
5 plus armor save, minus 1, so it's a 6 up armor save.
No.
Okay, he's slain.
1 is gone. Now we've got 3 times the Blood Axe versus...
Necron sitting on 4th.
No.
So 1 hit.
Cup dice, I reroll 1 hit. Strength 4 versus toughness 5 is on 5s only. Yep, I'm lucky. And you've got a 2 plus armor save, yeah. So no damage done, and my Overwatch lost. Even
Okay.
got out of cover, but luckily wasn't shot by the waiting Elder Scout. So that's the end of my 4th turn. Okay, at the beginning of the 5th turn, there were still models within 15 inches of the pyramid.
I tried to run away, but each time I tried to run, there are some Necrons in close combat denying me to get away from this pyramid.
One
Whatever,
new
okay.
unit, but this time only 2 of them emerged. Another 2 Necrons, and they're commanded
Obviously
by
controlled
me.
by Marcus.
And I had them move over there in order to target the heavy bolter, which is a great problem for me. and I was able to gain control of them, so they headed back and maybe might try to take some shots at the Beastmen. But
and
Alex...
one of them have risen from the dead, but those two I was able to control, and I sent them away from me as fast as possible.
Towards the Storm Boys, and that's a problem, because the Storm Boys, even if they had Power Fists, they wouldn't work against the Necron. Okay, so we've got some shooting to be done against your heavy weapon. I think I'll hit on 3s. One hit.
Strength 4.
Toughness somewhat.
No.
No. Oh, that's bad. Man, this would have
3.
been... Yeah. 3 of them against the Beastmen, probably because of the short range. First 1 or 2 of them.
First 2 will hit on +1.
So it's 4
plus,
plus, 2 plus. Yeah. 2 hits?
Plus.
No.
Okay, so 2 hits. Strength 4 versus Toughness 4 is 4 plus 2 wound.
Only one of them.
And Beastman, does he have any save? No, he's got a 6 plus primitive armor, which
But
is
he's got 2
9.
wounds.
He got 2 wounds, so he got received 1 wound.
Yeah. And that's it for the Necron. And Alex is next.
Okay, that's the end of the movement phase of the Rogue Trader retinue. Okay, my Heavy Bolter once again went on Overwatch, as well as the Ranger. The Melter Gun and the Flamer guy turned towards the 2 Necrons, meeting the Navigator and the Squad, whereas the 4 other members ran towards the shuttle in order to reach it, maybe sometimes, but at least I got a little bit away from the pyramid. And okay, let's start with the shooting phase. The Melter Gun will receive a +1 because within 6 inches it will hit on 2 plus.
And this will be really deadly.
Strength Toughness 2
plus,
plus,
yeah.
and -4, so a 6 plus armor save for the first Necron.
I think he's done. Oh no.
He survived.
Okay.
And then the
This was
Squad
bad.
uses his Flamer.
Okay.
So both are covered. So
On 5.
Strength 4 versus Toughness 5 is 5 plus 2 wound. Oh, both are wounded.
Yeah.
And I think -2 has the Flamer.
I just roll.
Yeah, -2.
Yeah.
Oh, they're both
That's great.
down.
Both of them are down, and now you're really able to search forwards into the waiting.
Okay, and I think that's the end of the.
This was a great turn because you've got the squig downed most of the enemy controlled.
Who controls Necrons next turn? Okay, then it's the 5th turn of the Orcs.
Okay, and this is the Orcs' 5th turn. At the beginning, I was able to move the knowing squig 12 or 10 inches towards the mechanic, and this one finally realized the danger, the immediate threats coming from all sides, because it moved over there and then turned to face and see the Necrons, the Elder Ranger, and probably stuff like that. They didn't go on Overwatch because it's unrealistic to hit anybody with their bolt pistols. They went on Overwatch because
It depends who controls the Necrons next turn.
They might be hit. And they went on Overwatch, and he even charged, because I don't want to suffer the 2 sustained fire dice auto hits from the Ripper.
No,
I think it's called the Ripper gun. Yeah.
Okay, so let's do the close combat. That's the only thing we can do. I have got 2 attacks, 6 and 2.
I think I've got 3 attacks, and I can't make you parry because it's a traditional one this time. Only Power X, Bolt Pistol, and Displacer Field. You get 1 from me, and you're lucky because I only have 4 plus 5 is 9, charging 10.
I got 11 then. With your 1.
You've got a 1.
1 hit, so Strength 4 versus Toughness.
I think it's 5, because even the regular ones. And I would have had heavy armor and a displacer. Okay, and that's the end of the Orcs' 5th turn.
Necron time once again, but this time only one Necron appeared, obviously controlled by Marcus.
Nobody rose from the dead.
They still are in the dust, waiting to be reanimated. This one, Marcus moved it 4 inches in order to shoot at the Ranger.
And I'll try to do so.
Hitting on 3. No. Okay, I controlled.
Yeah.
Thankfully, those 3, so I ran 8 inches away from my troops. And this time, I was really lucky. I controlled the 2
atop the mountain.
Those 2, they climbed the last step and thus detecting and seeing the Stormboys, but they will use their Overwatch, but because of the disruptor field, the first 3 will only hit on 5s. Okay, so 2 hits and the other one on 3.
And strength toughness is on 5s. So only 1 armor save for you on 3+, and the other one to hit on 3+. Yep. Strength toughness on 5s. Yep. Okay. So 2 armor saves on 3s.
So 1 is down.
Well, luckily. But 1 is able to shoot. Probably on 2s because of your shot range.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who you target.
Strength toughness 4 up. No. Okay.
Oh,
that's the end, and the Overwatch mark I spent. That's the end of the Necron turn, and now the Imperials are back on track.
Still exciting.
Okay. So the Rogue Trader crew are trying to reach the shuttle.
They approached.
In a desperate withdrawal action. So I charge with my Rogue Trader into the close combat because I think he's the only one who can really harm the Orc because of his high weapon skill and ability to parry ones. I think last time I was really lucky that the Orc survived because he rolled a 6 and the Orc only a 2 or 3. And the rest of the company rushed forward. It doesn't help, I can't tarry around. Those 2 guys are still covering the retreat. Maybe they begin to realize that they are left behind.
Still believing their comrades will pick you up later.
They will be picked up by the shuttle if they manage to get there alive. Well, so that's the movement phase. There is no shooting phase because everything ran or is an Overwatch. So we can go immediately to the close combat phase. Now it's the question if I start maybe with the Rogue Trader, or maybe with the Ogren.
Otherwise you'd sacrifice the Ogren. Because I think I've got... You're lucky, I discarded the sword, kept it traditional, only the bolt pistol and a power axe.
I have a power sword.
So you can make me parry. This might save the Ogren.
A power sword and plasma pistols. I've got 3 attacks with a weapon skill of 6. And I've got digital lasers. I think they are fired before the battle starts. They got 3 shots.
Yeah.
I have to hit on 2+, so 2 hits, but only a strength of 3 or 4. I'm not sure.
Against toughness 5, so it's probably on 6s.
6s they will hit. No. Okay, I start with the Rogue Trader. So 3 attacks. Oh, 2 6s, that's good.
Yeah, and you can make me parry.
2 6s, yeah, parry 1 6 at least, maybe.
Maybe it gets a 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got 6 + 6 is 12, charging 13, 14.
I've got 11, so you've got 3 hits.
Great with the power sword.
5 against my 5 is 4+. Yeah, it's 5.
Oh, 3 wounds.
Okay.
And -3.
So my heavy armor is only 4+. It won't help me, but I've got 3 displacer saves on 3s. One of them failed, so I get 1 wound. And I'll displace afterwards, after having fought your Ogren.
Okay, the Ogren is the second attacker. He gets additional dice. Oh, 1, at least a 5. Okay, I got 5 plus. What does it have? 4 or 5, the Okran?
I think 4. I'm not sure. I got 5 plus 4 is 9. 1 from you is 10.
Okay, 5 plus 4 is 9. Second attacker 10 as well. Initiative. Maybe you're higher. I've got initiative 4.
Well, they've probably got the same. Commando Captain. Toughness 5, weapon skill 5, initiative 5.
5, okay, then you got 1 hit.
Okay, then I do my power X. Strength toughness, I just roll, then we look it up. 4 might be enough, even the one-handed power X should be 5 against you 5.
Yeah.
So 4 is enough.
So he gets 1 wound.
But
I
the
think
one-handed power X is only armor penetration, save modifier minus 2 probably.
So 2 wounds.
Okay.
Okay, that's the end of the close combat, and you can displace with your
1d6, and maybe I can recharge 6 back. And I think I'm next. Yeah.
Okay, that's the end of my little follow-up.
6th turn. Yeah.
That's the end of my fixed turn, and okay.
Lots of models still alive. Okay, the orcs 6th turn, and as you can see, they remained on Overwatch, whereas they will try and use their bull pistols onto the advancing, merciless warriors made of steel. This squig finally can't take it any longer. Yeah, he ran away.
Hopefully he's not
after
acting especially.
Okay, and I think his best chance was to try and kill the beastman, who has already suffered a wound, in order to delay the advance and retinue of the rogue trader. So let's do some shooting first. 3 times on 3s, bolt pistols. One of them, that's bad.
2 plus 2 hits.
Yeah. And 1 on 2.
Okay,
Yep.
2 hits.
2 times strength toughness on 5s.
No.
No, that's bad.
Incredible.
A single one of them.
But maybe you are controlling
Yeah.
it next turn. Who knows?
Okay. And then we've got our close combat.
Okay, the Beastman. Oh, that's not
3 and 1. No, I think
end.
that's it.
Of the famous squig capturer.
Except for me rolling 2 once. Okay, 6 and 5 is 11, charging 12. 1 from you is 13. Bolt pistol and power axe.
Got 7.
13. So it's 6 hits. What's the power axe one-handed?
It's strength 4 versus toughness. Strength 5, sorry. Versus toughness 4 is 3 plus.
You
2
nearly
hits.
only 2, and they are probably minus 2.
And so he's slain for good.
So, and at the moment I'd have, or I'm in possession of the gifted squig.
Okay.
But this won't last for long.
Already the 7th turn, and the Necrons are back on track. So
Luckily there are no normal models.
one of them disappeared for good. The others remained in the sand once more. Those 4 were controlled by Marcus. He moved 8 inches towards away from his troops, and this one will shoot at the ranger, hitting on 2s.
Whereas you succeeded in controlling this
the
one.
last one over there, and I tried to hit the Storm Boys, hitting on 2s. Yes. Wounding on 4s. Yes.
So one of them is down.
Yeah, -2.
And I think they even have to do a break test because it's 25%.
But do we?
7 might be enough. I'm going to look it up.
Maybe we even sacrifice the leadership-based tests for this special scenario,
Okay.
because they're not squad the sizes of the normal squads.
Yeah. But they would have had 7.
Yeah, okay. Then you can shoot at the Elder Ranger.
Okay. Won't help. He's too tricky for me with his Camellia line
It's 3
stuff.
plus, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hits.
Hit strength toughness probably on 3s because of your
Yeah, so he's killed.
feeble body. Yeah. So he's gone.
So he won't have to wonder any longer
If the shuttle is going to pick him up.
where his compagnons are. Okay, that was the Necron turn, and we're back after the movement phase of the Rogue Trader. Okay, that's the Rogue Trader force. As you can see, they only moved slightly in order to unleash their arsenal of weapons
That's a lot.
against the Orc army commander. Maybe let's start with over there with the plasma pistol.
Mm-hmm.
We'll hit on 2s.
Yep.
No. Then
Sustain fire? No.
the flamer will
This will hit.
hit
You won't need
automatically.
a template.
Strength 4 versus toughness
Toughness 5
5
is
is
on
5
5s.
plus. No.
But burns on
And
4
the-
plus.
Yeah, he's flamed.
Okay, he burns. Yeah. Get a template.
Then the Ocrin on this distance will hit automatically with his Reaper gun. So 3 hits.
4 versus toughness 5 is on 5s.
No. Then the
But now
melter
you've
gun
got
will
the
hit
melter on
on 2.
2s. Yeah,
Hits.
strength toughness 2.
Toughness, yeah.
So he's probably gone because I've got a 4 plus heavy armor. And then only a displacer on 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a
Displace,
3,
and
but I'll have
this
to displace
one will hit
afterwards.
on a less pistol hits,
Yeah.
but failed to wound. So this was not successful, the shooting phase.
But I'm flamed and I'll have to displace
Have to displace, yeah.
2d6. I'm next, so I might even recharge. I think the squig isn't burning. It's
No,
not
still
a
only
hamburger.
Okay, is he carrying with him? Okay.
Still, at the moment, because he's still alive, but otherwise it'll just remain.
Okay, yeah, this was not a good shooting phase, to be honest. Maybe I should have charged into close combat.
But you can still use.
Okay.
You can still
That's-
use your heavy weapon because
Yeah,
now
this
he's
is an Overwatch.
okay.
Okay, then that's the end of my...
7th.
Mhm.
So that's the 7th turn for the orcs after the movement phase, and as you can see, one squig has tried to get closer to its own masters. The other one still behind the hill. They will try and shoot the Necron advancing towards them, controlled by Alex. They moved out of cover in order to take some pot shots at the squad and the enemy army commander, and they try to do the same. 2 of them are in range with their bolt pistols. Okay, let's do some shooting. Let's start over here.
Maybe I should say that I shot my Overwatch against the Gretchens, but
Yeah.
failed to hit with my heavy bolter. Okay. And 3 times trying to hit the Necron warrior. 3 plus.
On 3s.
Okay, 2 hits.
Strength toughness 5 plus. Only 1, and you've got a 3 plus. Yeah. So it was for naught. Okay.
And the 2 Orc Boys against the army commander.
2
the Rock
Goffs. Yeah. On 4s.
Rider.
2 of them. Strength 4 versus your toughness probably
Oh.
5 if he's an Inquisitor. No. Let's look it up.
Oh.
Okay. And then I've got 3 auto pistol carrying Gretchen. 2 of them shooting at the squad warrior. 1 strength toughness. 3 versus 4 probably. Yeah, on 5s, no. And the other one onto your army commander to hit, no. And that's it. Yeah, they're not great at shooting. And that's the end of the orcs' 7th turn.
No new Necrons appeared on the battlefield.
Which is kind of disappointing.
So those 4 I was able to control. They moved 4 inches towards the commandos and tried to hit them. Hard cover, so we'll only hit on 5s. Oh, 3 of them do. Strength 4 versus toughness 4 is 4 plus 2 wound. So wow, 3 wounds.
Yeah, and I don't think
-2.
I've got any modifiers left because
Okay,
they only were
They're
flank
completely
armor,
slain by the
if at
Necrons.
all. Yeah.
I think the Necrons are the far successfulest troops in this battle. I think they
I
killed
think
most
they are
orcs and Bloodbraid units.
some of the best armies in the universe on this point level.
And you were able to control this Necron, but are out of sight, and the other 3 are still
Down.
covered by the dust.
That's the end of the Necron's 8th turn.
Okay, the Rogue Trader crew
Is
moved-
inbound for the shuttle.
moved towards the enemy in order to shoot, except the Rogue Trader himself. He charged the burning orc in order to get this quick once again. And yeah, that's the end of my movement phase. Starting to shoot with the heavy bolt against the Gretchens. Will hit on a 4, which it does.
Hit. 2 sustained fire dice.
So 2 hits on 2 separate ones.
Okay.
Strength 5, toughness 3,
2 plus.
2 wound. Yeah, 2 Gretchens down. Okay, then I will try to hit with my melter gun, hitting on 3s. Yeah, winning on 2s. Next Gretchen down. And my Ockrey will only hit on 6s because
Took
he's
25 years to get all 6 of them painted.
no, the Ockrey doesn't hit. Okay, so that's the end of my shooting phase.
I've got close combat.
And then on to the close combat phase. There are 3 attacks. Oh, 2 ones. That's miserable.
Not much better. I've got 5 plus 3 is 8, 9, 10.
6, 10, charging 11.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 hit with my power sword.
Yeah. 5 versus 5. Yeah, that's enough. Minus 2 or 3 from the power sword is too much for my heavy armor, so I can only displace on a roll of 3, which I do. Let's see where I go. 3-inch spec. Still defiant. And still keeping the roasted squig from you.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay, and the 8th round for the orcs. As you can see, this one is still really traumatized, running away from the enemy after it's seen the horrible events. And this one remains where it is. This one is still in the bag or rucksack of the burning Blood Axe Commando Captain. They remained in order where they are, but they won't shoot the Necron because maybe I'm lucky to control it and I'm able to use its firepower against the advancing Rogue Trader retinue, whereas the 3 Gretchen will try their luck on 4s with the auto pistols. 2 of them.
On whom do they shoot?
Squad 3 versus toughness 4 is on 5s. No, that's it. And then I've got 3 Goths left.
Against the squad as well? Or
Against the
the
squad
offense?
once more. Yeah. On 4s, 2 of them. Strength 4 versus toughness 4 is another 4s. 1, yeah, and now you've got maybe, I don't know which kind of armor he's got.
No, but the bolt pistol, it's minus
Yeah.
1, I think, so I think it won't save the squad because he's only got a flag armor.
Yeah. So I've downed 1 at least. And that's the end of the orcs' 8th turn. So the 9th turn for the Necron. And you won't believe it, but one of them came
Risen.
back from the dead, whereas they remained lying on the floor. Alex has got command of the single one there and 3-1 over there.
Rushed forward.
Whereas I was lucky and got command of the two of them, and they moved towards over there in order to take some shots at the Ogrin. They should hit on 3s, both of them, and they are strength 4 against toughness 5, so on 5s. None of them
Was lucky.
Yeah.
Because he's already 2 wounds, so 1 more wound and he would be slain.
And I think that's the end of the Necron Tire's turn.
Okay. The Rogue Trader carry on advancing to the shuttle inside, but maybe it's a unreachable target for them. Let's see. The Rogue Trader once again charge into the Orc commander in order to get his quick bag. The Ogrin moved 6 inches towards the Orcs to get in within 6 inches to
move.
auto hit.
Yeah.
And the other 2 will shoot plus the heavy bolter at the Gretchens. Okay, starting with the heavy bolter, hitting on 4s. No. The melter gun hitting on 3s. No. The less pistol hitting on 2s. No. The Ogrin get 2 shots and a jam. So 2 times 4 against 4 is 4 plus 2 wound. No. Okay, he's got 1
It's a
there.
really bad shooting phase.
Then on to the close combat phase. So 5 plus 6 is 11, charging 12.
I'm pretty
Charging 12.
4, 4 and 4. So I've got 9.
12, so 3 hits with the power sword.
And 4s.
21 4, so 2 wounds. But you've
2
got 2 displacer.
displacer on 3s.
Okay, then you have to check where you displaced.
2 keys.
Okay, that's probably the end of the Rogue Trader because I failed to hit anything within the shooting phase and failed to kill the army commander, and now you can unleash your firepower on me.
But it's only auto pistol fire.
Yeah, but you have the flamer from
Yeah.
your 2 characters, so I think maybe that's the end, but let's see.
Maybe you're lucky.
Maybe the Necrons will save me.
Okay, the 9th turn of the Orcs. They'll try their luck on the approaching.
We checked every turn if the orc still continues to burn. We don't record this on video, but he
is strong enough.
still burned but survived every hit from the flames.
I hope the squig is strong enough to survive as well. Okay, on 2s, onto the Ogrin. 1 hit. Strength toughness 4 versus 5 is on 5s. No. So that's it for the shooting of the Goth Orcs. And we've got 3 auto pistols on 2+. Onto the Ogrin as well. 3 hits. Strength 3 versus toughness 5 is on 6s. None of them.
Lucky.
This was bad. Okay, so I've got 1 mechanic on Overwatch with flame and bull pistol left, and the other one moved over there. I don't know who will command the Necron, but we'll see right at the beginning of the 10th turn.
Okay. 1 Necron have risen from the dead, 1 is gone for good, and all Necrons are controlled by Marcus, surprisingly, except those. This one who leapt towards the enemy deployment zone, and this one tries to hit the heavy bolter guy.
On a roll of 3. No.
And those 2 will shoot.
I think I'll target the Ogrin because it's really dangerous with his auto hits.
1 hit.
1 hit.
And
Well, it's only
5 plus 2 wound.
no.
Okay.
So nothing too bad happened.
Okay, then the Rogue Trader is back. Well, not so much members left. The heavy bolter will try to hit the Gretchens once more as the pilot and the navigator. The Rogue Trader once more charged into the Orc Commander in order to get the squig back.
I carried the squig right to your shuttle for you. Should be
my-
more grateful.
Whereas the Ocarine charged into the Weird Boy.
This was a clever choice because now one flamer is bound.
But maybe he got slain
And
because
I
he had
can't-
2 wounds.
No.
Okay, let's start with routing at the questions. With the bolt, hitting on force. No.
Okay.
Last pistol. Yes. Melter gun. Yes. Okay, Melter gun. Wounds. Last pistol. Doesn't wound. Okay, the one question is down by the Melter gun. That was the shooting phase. Then on to the close combat phase. Starting maybe with the rope trader once more. Oh my god. 3 plus 6 is 9, charging 10.
I've got 10 as well, but you've got the high initiative. I've only got 5.
I've got 6, okay.
Yeah,
so
so you've
one
got
hit,
one hit with
so
your power
4
sword.
plus. No,
No.
obviously not. Then the Ocarine.
It will kill my small guy for sure. Yeah.
4 and 1.
So the Runted has only got bolt pistol and power sword.
Oh,
He's got 2 attacks plus a third one for the 2
Mhm.
close combat weapons.
and weapon skill.
And I've got a weapon skill of 4.
Okay.
You've charged me. I've got 4 plus 6 is 10.
11.
11.
No, I got 4 plus 4 is 8. Charging 9. So I got 2 hits with the power sword.
5 versus 5 is
Plus
on.
2 killer. It's
No,
great.
only
So
1.
here.
Okay.
Charge. Okay. So Ocarine is down. And that's the end of my 10th turn already. And I think the end is coming.
Okay, we're back of the move phase of the Orc Force. The remaining squig enjoys its cover over there. And this one over there. And I didn't move the Storm Boys because I don't know who will control the Necrons, and I didn't want to sacrifice them in the close combat against the enemy army commander, the Rogue Trader. Okay, he remains there on Overwatch. He's got a Flamer, the mechanic, but he's also got a bolt pistol. He moved forwards in order to use his Flamer onto them, and I've got 2 Gretchens with their auto pistols, this time hitting on 2s, and 3 Goths with their bull pistols hitting on 2s as well. Let's start over there. The Goths. 2 onto the pilot to hit on 2s, and 1 onto the navigator on 2. Okay, onto the pilot. 4 versus 4 is 4 plus, only 1. But you've got a conversion field on 4. Okay, you made it.
Saved.
And the 1 strength toughness onto the navigator. 4 versus 4, I think. No, not enough. And then I've got the auto pistols of the small ones. 1 auto pistols onto the navigator. 2 plus hit. 3 versus probably toughness
3.
4.
Only 3.
3? Okay. It's on 4? No. And 1 to hit. Yep. Strength toughness.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, and then...
No, so he's gone.
No, it was onto this one.
Okay.
And the pilot has got 2 wounds, I think. Because this one is a character. Yeah.
And your flamer.
And then I've got a flamer. I'll try to flame. He's already suffered a wound, so I'll try this one. Yeah. I've hit.
Okay, strength 4 versus toughness 3 is 3 plus to wound. Yeah. Then I have a Rosarius or conversion field.
Yeah, a 4 plus save.
No. Okay.
Then you've suffered 1 wound, but
Yeah,
I think
but
you've
it's
got
only
more.
1.
Okay. So this one is gone, the navigator.
At least it's not burning like
Yeah.
the. Okay. Okay. I check it if the navigator. Yeah, you get 1 wound.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we've got 1 close combat.
Okay, once more. 5 plus 6 is 11.
So cup dice, I reroll. Yeah. I've got 11.
So
But I've only got an initiative of 5 and you've got 6.
4 plus, yeah.
Yeah.
You can displace.
3 plus displacer, yep.
Which direction?
One.
Okay. So that's the end of your turn. Necrons, effectively those were controlled by me and by Marcus. They moved off field in this direction, and the 2 crucial ones were controlled by Marcus once more. So we tried to hit the navigator, and we checked for the conversion field, the blind radius, but the creatures were not blinded because only 3 inches is the radius of the effect. Okay, 1 hits.
1 hit, strength 4 versus toughness probably 4. Let's just roll. No, that's not enough.
Okay, then
so your pilot is still fine.
The final twitches of the rogue trader. Okay.
That's the end of the Necron's 11th turn.
Okay. Maybe you noticed that the navigator is no more. No, the pilot. Sorry. The pilot rushed to the ship and successfully reached the ship, but on his way onto the ship he was shot down by the bolt pistol of the
Mechanic.
And even his conversion field didn't save him. So I only use my heavy bolt in order to shoot at the creature sitting on 4 plus, which I do.
And this time they're gone for sure.
Causing 2 hits, 1 on each. 2 plus 2 wound. Okay, so the 2 creatures are gone. And then we start with the close combat. My rogue trader charge into the orc. Once again a 1, so 6 and 6 is 12, charging 13. Okay, the fumbles are
I've got 11.
13, so 2 hits with the power sword.
Yeah.
4 plus 2 wounds, so 1 wound. Then we can displace once more.
3 plus displacer, no. And
no.
this time I'm dead.
Slain.
And now you are gone.
Okay, then I will snatch.
Yeah. And here's your objective.
I didn't follow up in this direction, but I think he will be shot by whatever Marcus said. And I think he fell short to reach the ship, but at least the revolter guy can witness it from safe
afar.
Okay.
Okay, this is the 11th turn of the orcs. And I won't use their bolt pistols onto this magnificent warrior. I'll rather use the 2 flamers.
Flame from left and from right. So
I think
toughness.
Both of them are within range. So this one is strength 4 against toughness 5.
Hey, toughness 4.
Okay, so on force, no. And the other one from the other direction, no.
But catches he fire 2 times on 4 plus?
On force,
no.
Didn't catch fire. And that's a sign here. He's one of the Emperor's chosen. Yeah. He refuses even to catch fire from 2 flamers. And therefore he should be able to reach the shuttle in his next turn if
the Necrons don't
he survives
interfere,
the Necrons. Okay.
Necron turn. All Necrons were controlled by Marcus except the 2 crucial ones.
Now
which I was lucky to control, and they immediately turned their faces towards the Storm Boys.
Yeah.
And trying to hit the Storm Boys on this distance with 2 plus. So 1 hit.
Strength toughness.
4 plus. No, but they failed to wound, and Marcus can shoot with the other 4 Necrons against the crewman with the revolver hitting on 3s. Oh, miserable shooting by the Necrons.
One should be should be alive to tell the tale
Okay.
if he gets rescued. But
Then I think we can immediately go
Skip.
on to the
Yeah.
Rogue Trader phase. Oops, he leaps to the
And
Ship.
that's it.
hovers.
Congratulations,
Excellent.
Alex. Yeah, you've made it. You've got one of the most important minis inbound.
And he even
Together.
picks up the heavy bolter crewman
Yeah, with his.
and ascends to the sky, into orbit.
Okay.
And caught one precious squig.
For scientific reasons, for research.
Okay, some final words for the scenario. It was a real pleasure to play it. It was really fun. Much ebb and flow for the Rogue Trader company. I think at the beginning it was very hard for the Rogue Trader crew to get away from the pyramid because there were lots of turrets appearing, and it was really difficult because if I control it, I couldn't do much with the Necron warriors because there were no orcs in the vicinity to shoot or go in close combat with them. Whereas if Marcus, or when Marcus controlled the Necron warriors, he was immediately able to use them very potently in order to shoot or go in close combat with the Rogue Trader company. So it was a really tough start. On the other hand, I was really lucky to catch this quick really early because they faced in the wrong direction. So this was a great boon for me. And I think in the end there were simply too much orcs left and shooting with everything they had. And especially I think your orc commander was very tough.
Yeah.
He survived the flames for a couple of turns. Unharmed, he displaced almost every
really
time.
Lucky because he succeeded in doing, let's say, at least 15 to 20 displacer saves because of being flamed.
Thus I was forced to hunt him and go back in close combat, make follow-up, go back in close combat, and so on and so forth. So I weren't able to cover much distance to the ship. But in the end, the Rogue Trader at least survived, and the heavy bolter guy. And I think especially Necrons proved very hard on this point level with their high toughness and armor save. So we had no really heavy weapons to harm them sufficiently. And in the first instance, we thought that D6 Necrons would appear from the pyramid, and I think it was very lucky
we
that we reduced it to
Yeah.
D3. Because if there are, 20 Necrons on the battlefield, I think they would dominate the battle even more than maybe in this battle. But let's see what the Rogue Trader will do with the squig in orbit.
I enjoyed this game very much. I think this is the beginning of a great new playlist. I think some of you might not have enjoyed it that much because it's a rather untypical game, but it was a kind of a way to express the old Rogue Trader universe, and I think most of our Rogue Traders crew will be replaced, maybe by painted models, and we'll see some more interesting stories at the edge of the galaxy.
Okay, see you next time. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Bye.